guys, I got huge news for you guys. This just dropped within the hour, less than an hour ago. But I wanted to just immediately make this video, even though you guys might hear my little brother crying in the background, because I wanted to just bring this information to you guys as quickly as possible. This is a huge deal, alright? No clickbait shit here, alright? This article came out within the hour, and the article is talking about how Capcom, as of right now, is moving on to revitalize their other series, including Devil May Cry with new games. So the article is called Capcom Moves to Revitalize Mega Man, Ace Attorney, Devil May Cry with New Projects. This just happened. Alright, we're gonna read this article together. But yeah, just moves to revitalize Mega Man, Ace Attorney, Devil May Cry with new projects. This just happened. Alright, we're gonna read this article together. But yeah, just before I start, this is like on a Mega Man website, so this is like kind of more from perspective of a Mega Man fan. It kind of focuses on Mega Man, but this channel mostly care about DmC. So just like pretend like this is from the point of view of a DmC fan. So we'll get into it. Capcom has released its 2025 integrated report. Tucked inside COO Haruhi Tsujimoto's section is a passage that gives fans of the company's underutilized IPs something to pay attention to. While outlining Capcom's long-term development goals, Tsujimoto directly names Mega Man alongside Devil May Cry and Ace Attorney as a brand the company intends to grow through new in-house projects. At Capcom, we aim to sustain our KPI of 10% or better annual operating profit growth, annual software sales of 100 million. We are working to resolve business challenges issue by issue. Our efforts are focused on core IPs such as the Resident Evil, Street Fighter franchises, and mapping out mainline series entries and sequels, remakes, new IP, and ports of content for the latest hardware. We consistently release 2 to 3 major new titles each year, but recognize the need to grow our pipeline going forward. Capcom owns a wealth of global brands such as Mega Man, Devil May Cry. We aim to expand our user base and improve our performance through new releases, remakes, and ports of the titles in these series to new hardware. And ports of these titles
Devil May Cry is coming.
by enhancing brand power and cultivating loyal fan bases, we will grow these IPs. The people developing this content are our world-class house creators. For the past 3 years, we have made strengthening our and to this end have been training and recruiting.
What's up, guys? Today we have a wonderful video. Shout out to Zero. Shout out to Zero. I just got news by Zero. His video, he didn't tell me. I'm not friends with him. I don't know who he is. He doesn't know who I am. But we are potentially getting a new Devil May Cry game. I'm just gonna say that. Not Devil May Cry 6, but a new Devil May Cry game in general. I'm stoked. But I'm also worried because the fans, when it comes to this game, a lot of people make games like just look at Call of Duty. Look at Activision. The reason why I'm saying this is because imagine they give us a teaser on the new Devil May Cry and it's literally something new, something that hasn't been done before in the franchise. Nothing like the reboot. It's not a reboot, maybe just new characters, right? And that scares me, not because it could be terrible. I'm happy for things that are new. What scares me is that the fans could reject something and have it be doomed from the start. That's what scares me, chat. That's why I'm making these videos so we could get most of the community to look back upon themselves so we don't make the same mistakes. Let the developers make their game. You are not the developer. You do not, like, just as I do not work for Capcom, just as I do not influence your I don't want to. Okay, I am influencing your actions because I do want you guys to look upon yourself, look in within yourself, just as I have, because I did not like the reboot. Okay, I was just like you guys. I did not like it, but I've came to my senses, and formulated my own opinion rather than messing my attaching myself to the masses, right? I have this to say, and I want you guys to faithfully just be honest, faithfully honest. Now, I'm going to call out one person. I remember his name. His name is Below, and I'm gonna put Devil May Cry. Below Zito. Zyro. belowZiro. If you see this, bro, I did not like your video. I'm not saying you're supposed to love this game, but I saw through the bullshit, bro. You was not being faithfully honest throughout the whole video. You clearly made the same, the same, the same line of logic of everybody else, and you claimed to have not watched any videos involving the reboot, which is wild to say, and then you say the same things people are saying. Not because they're right. No, 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 no. I've analyzed what they say. It don't make sense. I would like this game if it wasn't Devil May Cry. You don't like the game, so what makes you think it would change if it was a different title? Also, saying you would like the game if it wasn't Devil May Cry means you don't like Devil May Cry. Right? People say the story is bad, but then they fail to give me a actual coherent issue, like a concrete issue, a fundamental issue with the problem. Like, is there hypocrisy in the story? Like, does Dante does something that's hypocritical of his character, or like, is there something that a character does that's like that just doesn't make sense to their character, how they built the character, right? There's no actual criticism about the story. You guys just don't like the story because I don't know, because you just don't like the story because everybody's hating on the game, right? Below, this is not. I'm not trying to call you out. We not doing that. I want you to lock the fuck in. Lock in. What I'm saying is, you got to be faithfully honest. If you're, the reason why I'm saying this, not a lot of people have an opinion of their own. Let's say I had 1,000, like, I don't know, not 1,000, but 500 million subscribers, and I want to say Devil May Cry is terrible. Everybody gonna agree with me, bro. Everybody, and then like if I make some type of good, faithfully good video that has some good edits, some good points, they will agree with me even if I'm lying about it. Do you understand? Right? I'm not saying you lying, but I am saying that your video on Devil May Cry, the DmC Devil May Cry, the reboot, Ninja Theory's Devil May Cry, was not faithfully honest. You was not faithfully honest. Yeah. And I'm reading your comments. I went back to your video, and it's just like, bro, what are you doing, bro? You clearly watched videos before playing the game, bro. And I understand you gotta make content, right? Maybe you were deliberately trying to appeal to the community so you can have more subscribers, which is you're not being faithfully true. You know, you're not being honest, right? And what I mean by faithfully true, let's say I like Spider-Man, right? And I love Spider-Man so much, right? And they make a story, and it's action packed. It's very action packed, right? But the character in this story, Spider-Man as a character, is not like himself. And the directors, though the action is good, it's nice to see, the directors want to push and say that this is Spider-Man. I have to be faithfully honest and just reject it and be like, no, this isn't Spider-Man. Do you understand the concept, right? if you want to see this game, where you play this game and you're like playing the game and you have a problem with the story and you say the story isn't too crazy, right? We could leave it there. You're being cool. You're being honest, right? This is where the you being faithfully honest, that I could just take it as that. Like, oh, you don't think the story's that good, right? And then I play the game and I'm like, yeah, the story isn't crazy. Like, it's not anything deep, right? And I'm playing the game and then like towards the end, Dante's saying, so you want to rule like Mundus, right? And then Virgil's like, no, we'll be nothing like Mundus. We'll respect our subjects, right? And then like they fight, and then like throughout the fight, Dante is trying to tell Virgil, hey, we don't have to do this, right? It's not too late. And then Virgil says, it already is. And then they fight, and then at the end of the fight, Dante is the one about to kill Virgil. But throughout that all, it's ironic because he's killing Virgil almost in the same way how Mundus killed his mom. It wasn't Dante's whole reason to why he's fighting Virgil is because he doesn't want Virgil to rule just to become another Mundus. And then like by the end of the game, Dante's ruling over Earth. He's protecting Earth basically. Nothing like Mundus, right? He's doing it his own little way, but isn't it like ironic that's exactly what Virgil was going to do? More so rule everything, have control of everything. Now, it's like two sides of the same coin. That sounds like a good story, right? See, I'm being honest. I'm breaking it down. I'm understanding the story. But here's where the honesty really kicks in. All of this would be good if it was all explained, if that was the main focus, because that's not the main focus of the game. The main focus of the game was to defeat the evil politician demon guy. That was the main plot of the story, and then the twist was what I just explained with Virgil and Dante, but that wasn't, it wasn't sprinkled throughout the whole story. So that's, if I was to give you my rating of the entire story as a whole, it would be, I did give it a 6.4, but now I'm ranking it down a 5. It's an average story, only because they didn't explain Virgil as a character. See how I'm being honest below? Like, I'm not trying to like come at you. I'm not saying you stupid. I'm not saying none of that, blah blah blah. Right? But we have to be honest. We have to be faithfully honest, chat. My faith was that you guys is between me and you, right? That we're in this together, that we both understand the story. Me being honest is me being honest about the story. You want to talk about the, like, Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, except for 4 and 5. Those stories 1, 2, and 3 are not that crazy. If anything, we don't care about the stories. We only care about the cutscenes of where Dante is showing off his weapon. And that's it. Cutscenes with Virgil and Dante, that's about it. Devil May Cry 3 is probably one of the better stories. Like, if I was to rank the stories, it would go 3. No, it would go 3, 5, but 5 is real close to 3. They could damn near share number 1. So 3, 5, 4, 1, and then 2. And 2's it's not even that far off, because 2 is literally the reboot. Devil May Cry 2 is literally the reboot, but done better. It's just boring. The pacing is horrible in Devil May Cry 2. They're almost the same. The only thing that's different is the universe has taken place in, the context to why the evil corporate military guy is using demons and shit, right? It's almost the same as the reboot's plot. Almost. Dante takes down the evil corporate guy, but the motivations, how the story ends, are wildly different though. But same motivations. Take down evil corporate guy, right? And yeah, that's crazy. Devil May Cry 6 is really a possibility, or even a new Devil May Cry. But yeah, I just hope the fans do not like if it's a reboot or a continuation from Ninja Theory's Devil May Cry game, or even a remake. A remake would be perfect actually. So we don't need to worry about a remake. But if they do a continuation from 5, or they continue the reboot, or they reboot again, and they go in the same direction as the reboot, Ninja Theory's Devil May Cry, just that's just different. A little, it would be like a remake. I don't know, but I just want the community to not have something that could be good and just have it doomed from the start. Mind you, I'm not saying the reboot is fantastic. You need to love it. Okay? Below, I don't know if you see this, but I'll have your name in the title, so you would have to see it. But yeah, chat. Word of the day, faithfully honest. Words, statement of the day, faithfully honest. Be faithfully honest. It'll get you a lot. It'll get you everywhere. It will get you so many places, chat. Just be honest.